different mics, like blah 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 blah. But I only had the cat for 7 years. Spaghetti and meatballs. My name's Nick Carter. I'm a comedian. I tell jokes. But there comes a time where every comedian has to have a serious talk. And the title of my talk tonight is, Please Don't Be a Comedian. Please. Please don't. Because, everyone thinks it's happy time, hey, I can make people laugh, No. Alright? Because being a comedian, it just brings out the worst in people. Alright? So it's my personal duty tonight to discourage as many people as I can from being a comedian. It brings out the worst in people, right? Because when I try to avoid mentioning that I'm a comedian, because when I mention that to people step into this comic zone where they think they can say anything that comes to their mind and it's not offensive, right? I had dinner with a good friend of mine in our family over break, and this is a adorable, cute little Jewish family, like, two sisters, brother, mother, father. They all fit together like a well ornamented fruit basket or something like that, And then I made the mistake of mentioning that I do stand-up comedy on the side. And all hell broke loose. The family started trying to make jokes, right? So the mom's like, hey, you should talk about Asians. They're always in the library, huh? And they're just going back and forth, homosexuals and kissing, midgets and booster seats, blacks and basketball. The dad just say no offense on that one, since I was there. Then the brother says, you should talk about Latinos jumping the borders, strong leg muscles, huh? And then I felt I had the responsibility to say that a racial joke without a punchline is just racist. And we all got the point, and we all continue with our hummus sandwiches. Thank you. I didn't know if people would know Jewish heritage and stuff. But yeah, that's one reason why I don't want to become a comedian. It brings out the worst in people. Even my stepdad, ever since I mentioned that I was a comedian, he's taken it as his personal life mission to supply me with material. So he'll call up and he'll say, hey, I got some material for you. So I was here over J-term. I took a class over J-term. And so he calls me up. He says, hey. I say, hey, Dad. It's like, I got some material for you. I say, I know. You did the last 17 times, too. So he said, no, I know. This is funny, though. Right? Because I was taking out the food for New Year's, and I thought of this. It came to my mind. Like, a white chef cooking black-eyed peas. And I say, is that it? He said, look, you're the comedian, make a punchline out of it. The you're comedian line. Always the end of the conversation. Anyway, that's another reason why not to be a comedian, because people expect you to pull punchlines out of thin air. Like there's nothing there. But if that's not enough to discourage you guys, I want to tell you that when you become a comedian, your dreams get really weird. Like, I remember this one dream I had. I was coming out of Clemens. It was like late night. I'd been studying all day, which should have told me it was a dream right there. I'm coming out of Clemens, and like I hear this screaming, like it sounds like a woman screaming. So I run toward the scream. They might ask why I did that. Chivalry ain't dead, right? But besides that, we got fondlers on the loose. I just wanted to do my part. So I run towards the screaming, you know, and I see a tree, and the screaming is coming from the tree. So that's a little puzzling. I pick up a rock and I like throw it at the tree just to see what'll happen, right? So a couple of seconds later, this squirrel runs out of the tree, and the squirrel has a black eye, a torn tail, he has a bathrobe that's ripped. It's a female squirrel, which is weird. Like, I realized that. It's a female squirrel. And it looks like some like weird sexual abuse, domestic violence incident. Like, I somehow know this in the dream, and I'm like, this is really messed up. The guy squirrel comes out 5 seconds later, right? With a cigarette in his mouth. He like lights up, leans back against the tree, makes a big pull, blows out the smoke. Then he looks me straight in my eye and says, "You want some of this too?" I said, I woke up, I felt like a moose in like Sarah Palin's crosshairs or something. Anyways, I woke up, and of course, I overslept for my class. The squirrel screams were actually my alarm clock. But you win some, you lose some. In any case, I would like to conclude my talk tonight, just stress, please do not become a comedian. These were only 3 reasons, believe me, there's a long list. Thank you guys.